Hey, what's up guys? We're here to check out some new Yu-Gi-Oh cards. We got two new Link monsters, and then we have the Fortunate Fairies, and then we got some things coming out in the official tournament pack 10. Go ahead and check those out as well. So first off, let's go ahead and check out the new Link monster, which is Liger, which is a Link 4 Light Cyberse Link effect monster with 2000 attack, and its Link zones are in the top left, bottom, and right. And it requires 2+ monsters except for tokens, and it says you can use this card's names first and second effects once per turn each. The first effect being you can target one Link monster in either graveyard until the end of this turn. This card gains attack equal to that monster's attack. The second effect is you contribute any number of your monsters that this card points to destroy the same number of cards on the field. This card would have been so good because it's the same number of cards, which can be actually your own. And you could actually open up the doors to a lot of crazy stuff if this effect was not once per turn. But there's still a lot of things that you guys can obviously make use of, like the Heretics, or any card that would be like, when it's tributed, it gets X effect. That's not too bad. You can tribute, get an effect, and then on top of that, maybe pop your opponent's card. But the attack on it is technically kind of weak, but obviously it does get a little bit more powerful. But it does have to be a Link monster, and you're probably going to use it as kind of a stepping stone before you actually make this card. But anyways, we have the baby version of it. I would say it's Proglio. Here's a zoomed up picture on this little guy over here. Anyways, he is a Link 2 Light Cyberse Link effect monster with 1000 attack, and its Link zones are in the left and the right. And it requires 2 monsters except for tokens. And it says you can only use this card's name effect once per turn. The first effect is during your main phase, if this card was Link summoned, you get to banish this card and one monster you control that this card points to. Then target a Link monster in either graveyard and special summon it to your field, but banish it if it leaves the field. That's actually a really cool effect. This is my first time checking it out. I like that you get to target one Link monster in either graveyard because, you know, obviously Salmon Greats or any of these other decks that can just get Link monsters. Not only do you get to temporarily, I guess, kind of use it maybe as a stepping stone, but you're able to potentially go into a higher Link, and on top of that, you get to actually banish your opponent's like Link potentially. So that's pretty cool, and it's going to be a promo for April. But next up, though, we've got some more cards to check out. These are the Fortune Fairies, which we only had one of, I believe, in the TCG for like the longest time. Let's go ahead and check out the newer ones. I think they're related to the Fortune Ladies in some way, but I mean, obviously the artwork is. But let's go ahead and check these fairies out. So first one we're taking a look at is the Fortune Fairy EN, which is the fire one, and this one is a level 2 fire spellcaster effect monster. In fact, I want to say they're all probably spellcaster, but level 2 zeros in. It says you can only use this card's first and second effects once per turn each. The first effect was when you draw this card, you can reveal this card to special summon it from your hand. If this card is special summoned from your hand, you get to target one set card your opponent controls and destroy it. And then we have the Fortune Fairy Who, and this is a level 3 wind spellcaster effect monster. You can only use this card's first and second effects once per turn each. The first effect is when you draw it, you can reveal it to special summon it from your hand. This card is special summoned from your hand. You can target one of your banished spellcaster monsters and add it to your hand. That's pretty cool. Next up, we have Fortune Fairy Sui, which is the water one, and it's 0/0, and you can only use the first and second effects of it once per turn each. The first effect, draw it, special summon it when you can from your hand, and then the second effect is if this card is special summoned from your hand, you get to target one other face-up monster and banish it until the standby phase of the next turn. Which, I mean, that could go really well with, of course, Fortune Lady Light. Next up, though, we have the Fortune Fairy On over here, which is a level 5 dark spellcaster, and 0/0 for the stats, and first and second effects once per turn each. Draw it, reveal it, special summon it from your hand. If this card is special summoned from your hand, you get to banish one spellcaster monster from your deck. Okay, the Fortune Lady Fairy Light right there, easy. But you do have to draw them. But they've probably got some insane draw power. In fact, Fortune Ladies do have really good draw power. Okay. Anyways, next up, the Earth Fortune Fairy Chi, which is a level 6 over here, 0/0. You can only use this card's first and second effects once per turn each. When you draw this card, you can reveal it, special summon it from your hand. If you special summon from your hand, you can have each player draw one card. Okay. Dude, with that appropriate, man. Okay, maybe you could open the doors for some crazy stuff. Dude, Fortune Fairies have got some crazy draw potential, that's for sure. But let's check out the rest of the cards. Quick play spell card. If you control a special monster, special summon one Fortune Fairy monster from your hand. Okay, so when they're special summon, they all get that effect. It doesn't have to be from your hand. So you can even just go right into like Yuigoh and go ahead and special summon it. Or if you were to make a pendulum deck, I guess you can technically do that. Next up, the unacceptable result. That is the unacceptable result. The next card is the Miracle Stone. So you can only control one face-up Miracle Stone because it's a continuous spell card. It says spellcaster monsters you control gain 500 attack and defense for each Fortune Fairy monster you control with a different name. Okay, so the third effect is once per turn, when an attack is declared involving Fortune Fairy monster you control, you can draw a card. Okay, that's not a bad effect. So they don't have a link, so I guess the max you could have is what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, unless they get a link. So they all become 2,500 attack if you happen to have a board full of them. But lastly, we have the Luck Loan over here, which is a normal spell card that says you can only activate this card's name once per turn. Target a Fortune Fairy monster you control to special summon one spellcaster monster whose original level is 1, lower than that monster from your hand or deck. During your next turn after this card resolves, you cannot normal or special summon monsters except for spellcaster monsters. Okay, so it does work quite well with the Fortune Ladies because the Fortune Ladies actually have a really good draw power, and then on top of that, you can utilize them for links and go into other things. So that's pretty cool. I really wish they had a few of them as like a tuner or something like that. That would have been pretty cool. But hopefully, we'll get a new like link monster for them in the future. Pretty cool. But lastly, for the OTS leaks, here's just a picture of course, some of the leaks. Here's like another picture. Essentially, this is the same picture that got leaked over here by YGOPRO Illuminate. Yeah, OTS Tournament Pack 10. These are the cards here. Someone actually made a really nice list over here, so shout out to the silver cards. So the ultimate rares in here are going to be Thunder Dragon Colossus. And then we have the Sky Striker Ace Hayate and Galatea, the Orcus Automation, which is basically what they showed off at the top over here. And then for the super rare, we have Breaker, Batterman Solar, Silent Great Mole, Juzukuro, the Star Destroying Kaiju, Shiranui Sun Saga, and then Salmon Great Sunlight Wolf, Hida, the Fire Charmer Ablaze, Revolving Switchyard, Orchestrated Babel, and a Trickstar token. For super rare, for common, we have Breaker, Assault Beast, Stardust Dragon Assault Mode, which actually did need a reprint. This card was getting a little bit pricey, obviously because they did announce newer support a while back. If you guys haven't seen it, let me put it in the pinned comment because I don't know if you guys remember, but Stardust Assault Mode, they got a big buff. There's a bunch of cards coming out for that, so it was definitely a well-needed reprint because I think it came in like this collector tin as like a super rare. And then it came out as like an ultra rare. But anyways, Explosive Magician, Hyper Librarian as common, number 81 Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon Superior Dora also coming out in common. My Body as a Shield, Dragon's Mirror, Super Quantal Mech Ship, Magna Carrier, then Mystical Bestiary, and Assault Mode activate. So a lot of Assault Mode stuff, and obviously getting that Dragon's Mirror is kind of nice as well. But those are the reprints as well as some of the new cards coming out in OTS 10 that got leaked. But anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts on any of the stuff that we talked about, whether it was the new Link Monster or any of the Fortune Fairies. Do you guys think that they're going to be any good? Again, I think that they do have a little bit of potential, but I want to see if you can do appropriate with this. Someone let me know, because that would be pretty interesting to just have both players draw a card. And I would just keep on trying to special summon Chi over and over again, and then basically just drawing 3 cards off with it, and you just special summon even more. If you get pretty nasty, that's for sure, and you can go into some crazy link plays. But obviously the other card makes it so you can only summon spellcasters, but we'll have to wait and see. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like on it, and if you're new here, hit the subscribe button if you want to keep up to date with the latest new Yu-Gi-Oh cards that obviously come out. And once in a while, when the, of course, card get leaked, we will showcase them off. But if you guys got any cool replays or even ideas for the Fortune Fairy deck, I would really like to see what people do. I think you have to mix it in another deck, because as a standalone, this deck doesn't seem like it's going to have much potential. I think with Fortune Ladies, it can work, but the whole archetype, again, is based around trying to have multiple of them, and then on top of that, involving, could potentially just draw a card. I feel like what they really need is another card where it's like you just take no bound them, so you could just like fully summon them. Or you know what would be even cool? I don't know if you guys have used Supply Squad in quite some time, but that is another card that I could see maybe seeing some play with this deck as well. Or even if you were to run card. Maybe that could also work. I don't know. I like this. I like the artwork, obviously, of this. But I'm trying to think of other ways where we can make it a little bit more viable. But let me know what kind of combos you guys can come up with at the end if these are already on Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro. I would love to see what you guys come up with and send in some replays. But anyways, ranted long enough. But thanks for watching, guys. And I'm signing out.